So yesterday I watched Miraculous New York, a 62-minute TV special where Ladybug and Cat Noir go to New York. Duh. And I wanted to give my thoughts on it. I'm a big Miraculous Ladybug fan, and it was nice to finally get something new to watch after not having anything for about a year now. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about the good and the bad of Miraculous New York. Let's dive right in. Firstly, without spoiling too much, let's very briefly go over that plot. Marinette and Adrien go on a class trip to New York, who would have thought, to celebrate French-American Friendship Week. During the trip, they meet new superheroes while being tasked to take down another akumatized villain. While all this is happening, Marinette struggles to decide whether she still wants to pursue Adrien romantically or cut her losses, and just stay friends. When all is said and done, the villain is defeated and the day is saved, and the class returns to Paris. Overall, the plot was okay. It was basically an average plot from an episode just stretched out to an hour, but before we get too far in depth about why I feel it to be so mediocre, let's go over what I liked about this special. Yeah, I know I usually save the good part for last, but I'm gonna change it up for this video. Also, spoilers from here on out. So my biggest fear going into this special was that nothing significant would happen. It would just play out like a normal episode and nothing would really change, and I was mostly right, but as I previously mentioned, an aspect of the plot is Marinette debating whether or not she should still pursue Adrien, and thankfully, she actually comes to a decision, which is that she's still in love, and she's not ready to call it quits just yet. Thank God. Also, she figures this out after completely eating pavement on a bike in the rain.
Hey, yo, the pizza here. Oh, nigga! My ears burn!
Another thing I quite liked were the character moments between Marinette and Adrien. Marinette isn't a total creep for a lot of the time, and doesn't go completely brain dead when talking to Adrien in the special. Most of the time. There's a cute scene where they watch the sunrise together in the plane, they dance together at a rooftop party, and the writing does a good job of portraying how much they really care for each other. It's good stuff, and I hope they continue to roll and flesh out this dynamic between them when the show starts back up again. There's a lot of little stuff I found cool too. I like the fact that Chloe wasn't in it that much. The new characters they introduced, such as Aeon and Jessica, were likable. They changed Nino's tone of voice. That was good on the ears. And I like the detail of Adrien's bodyguard being scared of flying, and he listens to ambience to relax. That was a neat touch to his character. Now, that's everything I thought was good, so now, let's get on to the stuff I thought was bad. So, probably my biggest problem with this special is that it still plays it relatively safe. Like I said, the special is basically just a normal episode, stretched out to an hour, and by the end of it, nothing really changed, and I know I said that Marinette decides that she still loves Adrien, but she doesn't even say it to him, just to herself, so it really just means we're back to square one in terms of plot. To give you an example of how relatively safe this special plays it, there's a part where Cat Noir accidentally hits a fellow superhero, Aeon, I'm probably saying that wrong, with this cataclysm, and you think, oh crap, is this movie gonna have consequences or a lasting effect that will be felt throughout the rest of the show? But no, Ladybug just uses her magic and resets the cataclysm along with the rest of the damage from that fight, like usual, and all is well. But for some reason, even after fixing the problem, the other heroes still take it really hard, even though Aeon is perfectly fine. The other superheroes try to arrest Ladybug and Cat Noir gives up his Miraculous because of it. I mean, I understand he's upset, but dude, your partner literally has a Deus Ex Machina as a superpower. You can chill. You messed up, yeah, but no worries. Heck, Aeon doesn't even hold anything against him. Also, Adrien has his Miraculous back after about 15 minutes. The accident was completely out of his control, too. I mean, like, it's not like he's going to attack the villain and the villain dodges and then he hits her. What happens is the villain throws him towards Marinette and Aeon jumps in front of Marinette, sacrificing herself, so he had no control over the situation. Onto a few smaller issues I have. At the beginning of the special, Adrien says his father won't let him go, to which Lila exclaims that she also won't be going, which is the reason Marinette persuades Adrien's father to let him go. Not out of the kindness of her heart so much, but to spite Lila. That's pretty uncool, and I feel it makes Marinette look bad, even if Lila belongs to the streets. Another little nitpick, it's also during the beginning of the special, Marinette misses the bus to the airport, but is able to catch up by riding on the back of Luca's bike, and to thank him, she gives him a kiss on the cheek. Doesn't really seem like the best thing to do if you're so torn between your feelings for another guy. Like, dang, I didn't realize that Luca was a toy, because you're really playing with him right now. My final problem is that it's just so average. New characters and a new location aren't really enough to change things up, especially since there was no build-up in the show for these characters. They just turn up and they might be used again. The ending hints at that, but you never know. I mean, this show was building up Chloe to be an actual decent character, and then they just dropped that whole plot point, so they might do that here with these characters. Not to mention, it's been almost a year since we've seen new Miraculous episodes, and this special just kind of happens plot-wise, other than an Eagle Kwame being added, which then gets handed off to the new character Jessica, who I don't even know if we'll see again. Nothing lasting happens to the main characters here. This whole special kind of feels like meeting up with a friend that you haven't seen for months and months, but the whole time you just chill at their house while they're just on their phone, barely contributing to the conversation, and you just go home feeling very empty and sad. In conclusion, even though I ragged on it way more than I praised it, to save face, Miraculous New York it's okay in my eyes. There is some fun to be had while watching it, the action is decent, the movie is visually entertaining, but the fact that this movie essentially added nothing to the overall plot of the show, aside from some new characters who we may not see again, I don't know, really hurts it for me, and it did nothing to aid my excitement I already had for season 4. And that was the good and bad of Miraculous New York. And with that all said, I'm Easily Easy, and I'll see you next time.
I live a life that's full of fun. It keeps me sharp and on the run. When evil comes